There are several questions, so
Question you can,
yeah, I will hang around. I will hang around after
I
this
can see
session.
there are so many questions,
Yeah.
but we are letting running little.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I will be happy to answer.
Yeah,
This.
he will
Thank
be
you.
here for some time, so you can interact.
During 2004 to 2005. He initiated planetary science research at FSPL and contributed to the planetary exploration program of ISRO. He was PI, project investigator of Sara on Chandrayaan-1 and PI of Mensa on Indian Mars orbital mission. His team has PI-led payloads on Chandrayaan-2 orbiter, Lander rover and Chandrayaan-3 rover lander missions, and Aditya L1. He received two most quoted awards, Shanti Swarup Nagar Prize in 2007 and Infosys Prize in Physical Sciences in 2016. His other major awards include ISRO Team Excellence Award for Chandrayaan-1 in 2008, ISRO Merit Award in 2012, and there are many more in his kitty. So, young kids, now you welcome Dr. Anil Bharadwaj and have a great time with him.
सुप्रभात, नमस्कार, केम छो? मजामा? किस लैंग्वेज में बोलते हैं केम छो? गुजराती, ओह वेरी गुड. It's really knowing केम छो मतलब गुजराती में. आप लोगों में कितनों को पता है who is डॉक्टर विक्रम साराभाई? हाथ उठाइए. डॉक्टर विक्रम साराभाई. किसी को नहीं मालूम? Really? Sure? नाम नहीं सुना? Never heard? Oh, one person in the back. ये माइक है क्या आप लोगों के पास so that I can directly interact with the kids? Yes. Young boy. डॉक्टर विक्रम साराभाई कौन है? Founder of ISRO. Okay. और कोई? Anybody else who wants to say anything about Dr. Sarabhai?
मैंने पहली बार स्पेस प्रोग्राम को आरंभ किया था.
Not fire, it's not wheel, it's symbolic representation and reasoning. For an object, we don't need the object, we just give it a name or a sound, or we give it a picture like hieroglyphics or whatever it is. It's in our ancient systems we called it as nama rupam. We are able to differentiate it down to syllables like musical notes or sounds like in an alphabet. From a very complex object we reduce it to a simple syllables. That's how the alphabet and the came, and then we even broke it down to zeros and ones. So all the things, a picture or a sound is finally represented in 0 and 1, and that's how our brain works. So what are we good at? We humans are good at abstracting attributes out of systems. Anything you see or anything you do, we can abstract it out. That means we are able to create data sets and relate them. Our brain automatically does it from the day we were born till the day we were die. And that's how we are able to create first level of.
So that means इंडिया के स्पेस प्रोग्राम की शुरुआत कहाँ से हुई? फिजिकल रिसर्च लेबोरेटरी, इसका शॉर्ट में फॉर्म बोलते हैं PRL, भौतिक अनुसंधान प्रयोगशाला, जो कि अहमदाबाद में स्थित है और जिसको डॉक्टर साराभाई ने 1947 में एस्टैब्लिश किया। और इसीलिए PRL को क्या बोलते हैं? क्रेडल ऑफ स्पेस साइंस इंडिया। क्रेडल जानते हैं? झूला, इसमें छोटे बच्चे झूला झूलते हैं, राइट? So इसलिए because all the space activities of the country started from physical research laboratory. Just now he was mentioning about Dr. Kalam, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He was working in physical research.
Engineering graphics is the next one. That's how we engineers work with it, right? So we really don't need object. We can take the objects or we can take the actions, verbs, and we start representing them in relationships between data sets. Because we are able to do that, we are able to synthesize very complex things and go on. So mass or energy or a maximum of entropy, they are applicable to all systems, so they are independent of structure and form. Now, when we say we analyze something, what do we do? Analysis is actually building relationships between two data sets. Synthesis is building many, many such things. So when we say we are thinking, we are actually doing this analysis and synthesis. It is only a relationship. So we need to find solutions, and solutions are nothing but designing relationships. I give you a small example. 10 years ago or 20 years ago, my motorcycle was giving me 20 kilometers per liter. Today, for the same 1 liter, it is giving me 60 kilometers. What has happened? We say efficiency has improved, technology has improved. We are putting new names. But actually, the knowledge relationships inside the IC engine has increased. So knowledge is negative of entropy. So that's the concept that I am bringing in. Now, how did we learn? We learnt it in a wrong way. We learnt it as rationalism and empiricism. Rationalism means, okay, we need a logical way of doing things, inductive, deductive. Empiricism is we observe or we do experiments and learn. But actually we should learn as architects. Only then we can build systems. We should know how to put things together. And we should know how to integrate and differentiate. Take big, break it into small, take small, build it into big. So this training, unfortunately, we have not given for our scientific and engineering community. Another thing is that if you look at a human body or human civilization, we are a self-learning and self-organizing system. We are able to learn and organize ourselves. That is why we are trying to build machines, which is AI, MI, ML, is can it learn by itself? It is called built-in schemata. We are coming with information in our DNA. Then what we do is that we go to a solution with an adaptive walk. We know we have to go there, we try to find a way. Well, Columbus was trying to find a way to India. He was trying to go somewhere. He said, I'll go on the west side and still find a route to India. Right? And not only that, we do not, suddenly we lose everything, collapses, catastrophes. Small disturbance in the system gives a large impact. I think our previous lecture amplified not just one catastrophe, many possible catastrophes. So that's how we grew. We are able to take data, we get the relationship between data, and set of consistent relationship is knowledge, and integration of all of these things gives you technology. So I used to ask students when they come for interviews, can you define science, can you define technology? You get all kinds of answers, but the simplest answer is knowledge creation is science, knowledge integration is technology. Okay, but knowledge is a problem. It is an embedded quality. It is not outside. It is sitting inside an equipment. It is sitting inside an individual. It goes home at 5 o'clock. When somebody retires, a lot of knowledge, it's an embedded quality. It's a big quality. We try to make it explicit. That's where we need symbolic representations. We need drawings. we need equations, we need graphs, right? So we try to make it, and every generation we have to teach them again the alphabet back, keep on going, right? So this is our problem. So we are in big time in knowledge management activity. Okay. So I hope I've set the tone. So what do? We have to do something very interesting. I mean, how I did it was, without knowing, I somehow learnt one thing, being in thermodynamics. There is a trifecta: energy quanta, length scale, and time constant. Be it in the galaxy or inside a subatomic particle interaction, this trifecta will determine the pattern. How long it takes for the energy to go down, or what is the, I mean, that is the time scale, and what is the length scale over which it operates, so that the diffusion or mass transport or heat transport happens. That determines the pattern. So what we are doing is that when we have to develop a product at the system level for defense or aerospace, we have to capture the functional features in an attributable form, not in the physical form, in an attributable form. And we have to do this. Now, last week I was giving the lecture to health professionals, cardiovascular surgeons and orthopedic surgeons. We have become very good at modeling the kidney, the lung, the heart, everything. So much so we can create it outside ourselves. We have a heart-lung machine, we have a dialysis machine, right? So in other words, we are able to do that one. So today, a para-athlete can defeat a regular athlete. The